Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of 143 Collector's Corner, which is finally going up months after it was supposed to. Life just has a way of getting in the way, doesn't it? You never finish things you mean to finish. Unfortunately, a worldwide epidemic does have a way of rather clearing the schedule. Well, the clearing of the schedule isn't so bad, but the epidemic kind of sucks. But here we are, episode 4, and today we're going to look at the Ford Focus WRC. And we're going to start by looking at the car itself and a little bit of the history of this rally vehicle. The Ford Focus WRC was built for the Ford World Rally Team by Ford Europe and M Sport and was based on the 2-liter hatchback production model. The Focus WRC competed from 1999 till 2010, changing its outward appearance as the road-going model was updated. As is normal with modern-day rally cars, very little was shared with its production cousin other than basic cosmetics and engine size. These cars need heavy modifications to deal with the torture their drivers put them through on a rally weekend. Ford upgraded the Focus with 4-wheel drive, a turbocharger on the 2-liter Duratec engine, as well as a host of other modifications to improve speed and reliability. The first Focus WRC appeared in 1999, replacing the Escort. It was the one with that weird long nose, based on the Focus with the weird long nose. Never a big fan of that Focus, to be honest. Its first rally was in the Monte Carlo Rally, with the legend Colin McRae and Simon John Joseph driving the two entries. The first win for the new competitor would come 2 events later at the Rally of Kenya. But this Focus would never go on to win a world championship, despite consistently good results. In 2003, Ford debuted an updated version of the Focus WRC, one that sported reworked engineering, a lighter body, and a new body kit. This new model won a handful of victories between 2003 and 2005, but a championship eluded them once more. And as the end of 2005 approached, the car was being outperformed by its rivals. How fortunate then that at the last rally of 2005, Ford debuted the RS WRC 2006, a far better looking racer that would go on to claim 8 victories in 2006, as well as that coveted championship, the first for Ford in 27 years. Ford made improvements in all the usual places for 2007, like reliability, weight saving, parts, durability, and they defended their title in 2007 with a number of victories along the way. And then we come to the model that we're looking at today, the 2008 RS WRC. And what did Ford do in 2008? Well, nothing. Okay, they did manage to make history when Jari-Matti Latvala became the youngest driver to win a rally at the Swedish Rally. But that's pretty much that. So why make a scale model out of this contender? Well, I have no idea, to be honest. Unless perhaps a collector wanted one of each Focus that competed. That might be a good reason. The Focus's rally career was to end after 2 more years and a few minor cosmetic updates to reflect the road-going versions. After that, the Fiesta WRC replaced her as the rally contender for Ford. This model forms part of the 143 Rally Car Collection, which yes means it's part of a subscription, and yes it also means you're going to lose out a bit on the quality. Do you know what? When you're living in a developing country like South Africa and your currency is worth less than a dead lettuce, you take what you can get. That's just the way it works. Now, in my quest to scour the ends of the earth for models of all different price ranges, this particular collection has proven to be the most erratic when it comes to the quality control. Even more than the other subscriptions that are out there, this one certainly is a little bit iffy. Now, I purchased this particular model second-hand for a very low price, and I was therefore prepared to take some chances with the build quality. I knew it wasn't going to be amazing, but it looked good, and it certainly isn't perfect. So let's have a closer look at it. Now, to start off with, I cannot fault the paintwork. Like the F1 Renault I've covered in the previous episode, the bold yellow and blue, or is it green and blue? I'm slightly colorblind. But those two colors stand out immediately, as it did on the real car that raced across gravel and snow. As it sits in my collection, my eyes are drawn toward the colors almost automatically. It really grabs my attention. Only a handful of vehicles in my collection can do that, and I commend the creators for getting the colors so beautiful and so strong. Also worthy of praise is the decal work. This car is very well decorated and the signage is all easy to read, even the small ones. The crisscrossed wire pattern on the front of the car looks great, as do the other small signs along the bumper. Interior detail isn't really there other than the basic shaped plastic for the wheel and the chair, but in this price range, that's what you kind of expect. Now getting up close, however, that does reveal some of the poorer build qualities of this vehicle. Most notably the headlights. Now I know the car might have been a little mishandled by its previous owners before I got my grubby claws on it, but to be honest, that doesn't look like poor treatment then. That looks more like poor manufacturing. Who on earth thought that was good enough to leave the factory? It's a pity because everything else about this particular model looks good. In fact, I would say it looks better than good. But those headlights, they just let the whole thing down, don't they? It's a bit like Behringer mixers and amps in the electronic audio world. Some of it's great, some of it is absolutely atrocious. You never quite know what you're going to get. Now the base is sturdy and nicely decorated. I far prefer these ones over another version of the Rally collection that ran with a smaller base housing a car mounted in a straight line. These ones look far better to me, and they also come with a small cardboard insert at the back with a picture of the car as well as some technical specifications on the back part of the cardboard. Now mine no longer house that board, of course, because, well, it's second hand, but some of the other cars I do own from the same collection have got the little insert and it looks really nice actually. The wheels turn freely and the car certainly feels sturdy when removed from the base. I only ever removed these models to do these photo shoots, but I did enjoy seeing the Focus in its natural habitat, in the sand, tearing through grass. It's a pretty car, just, those lights. It is nice to have a Focus in the collection. I was a fan of the road going model and I rooted for them back in 2007 when I watched Rally with my dad, so owning a model has some special memories for me. I would have preferred a 2007 model, and maybe I can still get my hands on one at some point. Build a bit of a Rally collection for Ford, as I have been slowly doing with the Audi Le Mans prototypes. We'll see. Speaking of prototypes, in our next episode, we will be covering a modern day prototype. And the best thing of all is it isn't from a subscription service. So the quality is fantastic. I'm looking forward to covering that one and showing that car to you. Until then, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Please consider leaving a like, it really helps the channel. And please subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I try to put them out as often as I can, and with lockdown in full swing in South Africa at the moment, I'll see if I can get a few more done as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.